how did we get here where we are today? That our friendship is strong, it's solid, we understand each other.
Yeah.
We are able to work through like quarrels and disagreements.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we are able to see the purpose behind our
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
That's a loaded question.
I know.
True.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Go ahead.
I think from the very beginning, like I said, we just worked.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I think it's really like I think it has been divine. Everything has just been divine.
For sure.
I think I really believe that God somehow just planned everything the way that everything has unfolded.
Yeah.
But like I said, you really made it easy. Like if
I made it easy.
Yes, you did.
After the pettiness.
No, I mean like in terms of like at the beginning stage, because when you've built something to a certain level, like even if you have issues, it's easier for you to work through the issues and then keep building.
Yeah.
But if from the very start, it's just issues upon issues upon issues.
Do we know what we're talking about? Who are we talking about? Nobody. She said issues upon issues. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
No, sorry. Yeah.
Like, as an example.
Of course. Yes.
So if it's just issues upon issues upon issues, you never get to the building part.
Thank you.
So I think that's also why we worked so well.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. And I think if I could just summarize everything in like one sentence, it would be that we work because we both choose to make it work.
Thank you.
At all times.
Thank you.
That's literally it. Because when I think about it, there is no strategy. We don't sit down to make notes every year and say, okay, so how are we going to go about this year? How are we going to solve this issue? How do we do this?
Yeah.
If I say this, what should you say? Like we don't have those conversations,
we don't have that.
But we just have a mindset of regardless of what happens, we're going to get through this.
Of course, yeah.
And also, just that the fact that we both are just willing to make it work. Like, I think that's literally it.
You make it sound so simple, but
in many ways, it is that simple.
Yeah.
But of course, practically speaking, it's hard.
It is the actual thing.
When the actual time comes to make it work, it's hard. But I think it really has been that simple for us. I think we also have the same values.
Yeah. Thank you.
That helps a lot. Because I think our willingness to make things happen is because we have the same values. So if, for example, your values about friendships didn't match with mine, it would be hard for me to expect like certain things of you.
Yeah. We would also be unequally yoked in friendship level. Yeah.
So it wouldn't work. Like if you didn't believe that sometimes you just have to like put the other person before yourself, it would like
if I didn't believe that would challenge our friendship a lot. Yes.
I don't know how it would work.
Yeah.
So
no, but like to like sacrifice for one another. If you don't believe in that and you just feel like it's always me in a friendship, then it can't work. And also how to like be loyal to your friend, how to be trustworthy.
Yes.
And like all these basic things, so-called basic things that we say, if we didn't have these same values, then this thing wouldn't work. Our friendship wouldn't work because, I think you've said in one episode that you think that you can lie and get away with it. For example, I think it was in Protecting Your Peace episode and things like that. That if you have things like that in your friendship and the other person is different, it will not work. You need to have similar values somehow. But you said that I made it easy. I think that you made it easy for me, my friend. Yes, I do think you made it easy.
That's interesting because I feel like in many ways I have a coconut head.
Of course she does. So she does have a coconut head. As strong as a coconut. You can't break it. You can't break it even if you tried. No, but you definitely have that, but also you are reasonable. So although you know how to be stubborn, don't even mind me talking here, making mouth, because I'm
Yeah, she's the same way.
I know how to be a coconut head myself too. But you've always been such a reasonable person, and somehow it's been easy to navigate life with you and our friendship, because you've always thought about like the easiest way, the best way to make things work, right? So from the get-go, I feel like I haven't also had to try anything crazy or be like, okay, I have to make a strategy on how our friendship will work. It has just worked, because when I show up, you show up. We think together, how do we make this thing work? And I feel like
really well put. Like when I show up, you show up.
Yeah. And then we think about it, and we tackle the issues. And like you said, the actual thing is not easy. Like when because we've been through stuff.
Yeah.
We've been through stuff by ourselves, and then like together, like as friends.
Yeah.
And especially when you have to have hard conversations, it's tough. You don't want to talk. You don't want to, open like healed wounds, or how do you say it?
Yeah, like reopen wounds.
Thank you. You don't want to reopen wounds, because it hurts. But sometimes there are things still there that you need to take out, right? So in order for your friendship to grow and to thrive,
and for the wound to heal properly.
Thank you, God. She's a nurse, so she be knowing these things. I just work with kids, so I wouldn't know. I'm a teacher. I don't know these things. No, but seriously, you've made it easy, and every time we show up, we discuss about things and we plan how to move forward. We are not people that go backwards,
Wow.
And also, one thing I really respect about you is the fact that you never go back like in history and call some rubbish that happened there. And also, I do my best to not do that to you either.
You don't do that.
I know that I don't do that, but I had to say it that way, because I can't be saying, me too.
And then I'm like, actually.
Yeah, no. But that's one thing in our friendship. We don't go back and,
that is so true.
Like bring out things that I know.
And it's not easy.
Yeah, because
it's not easy, because when you have a wound and then it heals, it leaves a scar.
Yeah.
And whenever you look at that place, you will see the scar.
Oh, wow.
It's not like the scar is not there. The scar is there, and you know how the wound was gutting, and you know what caused the wound. But you choose not to remember the wound.
Yeah.
And you choose not to remember however it happened.
And you choose not to even it's not something we talk about.
Exactly.
Especially if it's in the past. It's in the past,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a conscious decision that I think we both make.
Yeah. And we don't, the funniest part is that we've never talked about this like this. Like, I'm just telling you now.
No, we have not.
Exactly.
And I think that's also why we work, because we don't have to talk about everything. We just
I think you know when you know. Yeah.
Just know.
Yeah, you just know. And I feel like it's also a respect thing.
Yes.
When you respect another person, you don't bring out things, or you don't make the person feel less.
Yes.
About themselves. You respect the person, and especially throughout the years, as I've seen you grow, as I've seen you go forward and move forward, there is no point in me to become the devil's advocate and be an accuser of brethren and be like, hey, this and this and that. Because we all we're all a bit flawed.
Yes.
Nobody's perfect, and especially when you have been in somebody's life for 10 years. And especially through the stage, from being a teenager to growing up and becoming an adult, you get to see a lot. Even if it's not super crazy things, but still, and especially if it's hurtful to you.
Yeah.
Because something that wouldn't hurt you could hurt me, and vice versa. So you need to be wise to an extent in a friendship. But
I feel like whenever we go back is to laugh about our silliness.
Thank you.
If I'm going back to something you did wrong, it's more like to say, oh my God, do you remember when you did that?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you're able to do that if a person has healed from that. If I know
it's
that.
never anything hurtful. It's never anything that you wouldn't want to bring up.
Yeah, like if I can freely talk about things, you can freely talk about
things.
Then I know that I can talk about this thing. Yeah. And it's really rare anyway. I feel like you can't be a person that goes back and forth all the time.
There is so much happening in the present.
Thank you.
So much has happened within the past 2 years. Like we don't have time to go back to 10 years ago or 6 years ago or 5 years ago.
You're correct. Yeah. So I think that's be one of the things that when we show up, we discuss things and we just have the same mentality. And I feel like the longer or the more time has passed, the more I value this friendship and the more I'm willing to work for it. You know, so I'm not going to be able to allow just something that happened to come and destroy everything. There, like, you are the person, like one person in my life that I would always sit down to listen to this or why that. Because there are some people, if something happens, you just cut them off, you move on. Honestly, you know, you don't even have to. Okay, you should always hear the story. But even after hearing the story, you're just hearing it to hear for the hearing's sake, and you want to go, you want to move. But with you, it would be genuinely like, explain, make me understand. You know,
make explanation to me.
Make explanation for me. If ever anything, you know, because there is so much invested. I've invested a lot. I know you've invested a lot. Investment left, right, and center. So, when you have invested a lot, you do want to, you know, also make sure it works. And also, it's not just because sometimes people feel like when you have invested so much, you just have to stay there.
No.
But our friendship is so healthy.
Yes.
And I know that there is purpose behind it. I know that it's growing.
Yes. It's almost like when you have a healthy soil that you sow into every year and every year you reap in abundance.
Yeah, crazy.
So you are not staying there because you have to. You're staying there also because it's a good soil.
It's yielding fruit.
And every year you get to eat from what you've sown.
Yes. Yeah. That's so well put. That's so well put. Yeah. I feel like that's why we've been able to have such a strong friendship. And just the transparency, being able to talk about being able to talk about things. And you know, one thing, like genuinely, I was praying yesterday night and I was thanking God. I told you about gratitude and things like that. And I think one of the things I said in the prayer, because I was also just praying, like, if there's anyone that I haven't forgiven, like, let me just forgive them, just in case, you know, as a Christian, you have to pray these just in case prayers.
You might think you're good.
But then one day something happens and you're hurt. Why? You know? So I think I was praying and I was just, you know, and it was like a conversation to God, like with God. And I was just telling him that one thing about Praise is that I've never felt judged by her. You know, you obviously.
That's crazy because I was literally thinking about that probably like a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, because I was thinking about, like, you know, when you have some unhealthy thoughts and then you think, could I ever like talk to her about this? And then I'm like, but you know, of course you can, because you've talked to her about other stuff that you've done and she has not judged you. And she has not judged you. Like, it's crazy because like I judge myself.
Same.
You know?
Same.
And I'm like, if you judge yourself so much and this other person that you've spoken to has not even judged you half as harshly as you judge yourself, like, why do you think that you couldn't talk to her about this? So that's interesting.
But it was a realization to me as well, because I feel like in life, when you pass through a lot, and then when you experience not just me, but for example my family and other things like that I've seen and experienced, heard from others, and you know, sometimes you carry a lot. You know, sometimes you carry a lot. You even carry other people's burdens, and you know, sometimes you are weak, sometimes you're vulnerable, and things like that. And especially as a strong person, because you know, obviously I am strong, but I'm also vulnerable. I'm also human. You know, and I feel like any time I've been able to be super vulnerable with you, been able to speak to you about things, always been so supportive. You've always been a solid friend, a solid like a person that counsels, you know. Obviously you rebuke me if you need to rebuke me, you know, you tell me, okay, this thing, you know. And we've not had things like that in a very long time anyway. But I just felt this immense gratitude for you as a friend, because I feel like it's so rare for you to find people. Am I getting emotional? I feel I feel like it's so rare for you to find people that you can be yourself, with, and just talk to them, and they don't judge you. Obviously, like, if someone is doing something wrong, you tell them this thing that you're doing it wrong. Like, don't continue in that. And if you love someone, you will tell them that, because you don't want them to continue in their like error. But like you said, we judge ourselves hard. Sometimes I can do something very silly, like, let me say, place a cup in a different position or a different place, and I feel like it's stupid, and I judge myself super hard for that. This is just a silly example. But then you are like, first of all, that's not an issue. Like, stop doing that.
That cup is your cup.
Yeah, stop talking to yourself.
Put it wherever you want.
Like that. Yeah. Exactly. Like that. And then when you get to experience that from someone else, and they're like, no, you are being reasonable. Yeah. Like, that's, you can't trade that for gold. Yeah. You can't. Let me stop talking because I'm emotional. You can talk.
I don't have paper for you. So
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, same. I was literally thinking about the exact same thing like a few days ago, probably. And I was like, you know what, you should stop. And I think it's important to go back to those things because it reminds you of the truth.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you forget. And sometimes with the busyness of life, you can allow yourself to believe lies and allow yourself to believe things that are literally not true.
Yeah.
Not just about yourself, but also about your friend. Because I think that's one thing that the devil wants. He wants us to believe that when you do open up or when you do talk about whatever it is, that person you think will be there is not going to be there. And that's a lie. And that's a lie. So,
thank you.
Yeah, it was just a reminder for myself as well that, hey, this person has been there all these years. So you better stop whatever foolishness or whatever lies you're feeding yourself because it's not true. You know, I think we need to learn how to allow people to show us who they are and not us assuming who they are and telling ourselves who they are before they even get to show us who they are. So yeah.
No, but that's good. And I feel like, genuinely, throughout our friendship, like when we've had moments like that, because it's not every day that you have anything to really share from your heart and things like that. It's not like very, very often. But when it does happen, there is this, like, you have to be so aware of yourself in that moment as well, because what you say, how you say things, it matters. And the person also, like how they receive you in that moment, it really matters, because if I say something wrong, or if I judge you very hard, or whatever it is that I do in that case, or vice versa, it can leave a mark, and that makes you feel like, okay, next time I just can't speak, and I feel like I've at least tried to be intentional about that. I mean, like I said, we've not recently had anything, but like prior, like before, when things have happened, I've sometimes just been quiet, completely quiet, just listen to it to the end, and then gather my thoughts and speak.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's absolutely true.
But I'm still learning.
No, you are actually doing very well in that part. No, like for real though. Like I was also thinking about that recently, and like, cause like that's one thing that I've always, not always, but if anything worries me, that's one of the things that worry me. Like how like the times when you open up and how the other person receives you. Like that whole concept of being able to be vulnerable, being able to be weak. That's one thing that has like worried me sometimes. But I can genuinely say that you are doing really well.
Oh God, no.
I'm doing really well. And I'm so grateful because I know how much it takes from you. Because you as a person You as a person, you're not like a mushy kind of person.
Not like I will always encourage you to be strong.
Always.
Strong.
Always.
So when you are weak, I need to think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I know it takes a lot from you.
Yeah.
So it even makes me appreciate it more. Like it shows me that you really, really, really want the best for me. Like, because you're not just thinking of, okay, what would I do in this situation?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
You're thinking, how can I help her? Like, what does she need in this situation? And that means a lot.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
But we can't just talk about our friendship without talking about, I think, 2019. A lot happened that year. I feel a lot happened that year, and I feel like that is one of the years like, for the books in our friendship. I think that was the year.
Maybe one day we'll write a book.
We should one day tell our story. Later, please, let me marry first. No, but seriously, I feel like 2019 was the year that this kind of depth came to our friendship. I don't think we had the same kind of depth before that prior.
No.
Whoa.
I mean, like,
sorry to our younger selves.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it began maybe in 2018. 2018.
I think it started in 2018 and it was established then. Like, there's a clear difference in 2019. A lot of changes were happening in our lives and just so much. It's also the year when my friend traveled to Nigeria. She went to Nigeria for like 1 month and 2 weeks, 18 days.
Whoa.
No, what was it? 1 month and some days.
Yeah,
I don't even
2
know.
days probably.
Yeah, but anyway, what a terrible time. What a boring time. What a sad time.
She will never cease.
I will never forgive her for that travel and that trip.
Yeah.
Do you know, I used to send her voice notes and she would get back to me next day because she didn't have data in Nigeria. I said, Praise, I can't do this live. I can't do this. I would open up. Like, anyway, that season in my life, like the first 6 months of 2019, worst year of my life, like till the date, worst year, like half of the year of my life. Rest of the 2019, like the next 6 months, best time of my life, which is kind of crazy because that's
the same.
Because that's how quickly God can just flip your story. But anyway, it was a very tough time for me. And I remember when I like wanted to talk to you about something or what is happening and things like that. And it was just crazy to not have that, constant communication line to you. Like, I knew that, like she will eventually get back to me, but it was weird that, I couldn't just call you. And if she called me, I would pick up because I know I'm not going to catch this girl. I'm not going to get her on a phone call anymore. So, that period was tough. And I do remember that a lot of things happened in that one.
Do you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
I never even realized what was going on, like the gravity of what was going on till I came back, because I don't think we talked about it before before I left.
Okay.
Yeah. No, like seriously though.
Yeah,
like, I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like before I left for Nigeria.
You just left.
It was almost like everything was fine, like normal life.
You were just living life.
And then I left. And then as I came back, I began to realize what in the world I was missing. Yeah,
and it was a lot, and the entire time was just super tough. And I remember when you came back, man, I was like, this friend, you will never leave me again. You'll never leave me again. And also, like, fast forward, let me quickly touch this thing. I don't want to like talk about everything, but I do remember when you came back, the next day we traveled to Italy for our church's program. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it was Thursday, we were in Bible study. And I told you that I'm going to go home. And they told, like, your dad and your brother said that they're going to go and pick you from the airport. Yeah. And I was like, my friend is coming back today. It's 8 o'clock. I don't care. You are coming back, like, I think you came back by 10 or something.
Around 10 or something.
And I was like, I'm going to wait here, like, for 2 hours with you guys. I called my mom. I said, Mom, I'm coming tomorrow. Okay, I'm coming this night. But I told her, please, like, just allow me. I've not seen this person in a month plus, so you need to let me go and pick her from the airport as well. And I did come, and we like have this beautiful video that I love, and I surprised.
I didn't expect you
because I
genuinely believed you, because also we're gonna see each other the next day.
Exactly,
we're traveling the next day, so I was
we surprised you. Yeah. And then with your brother, like he took this video, and you were like, "Why are you taking a video?" But it was because like I just came and I hugged her, and you started crying.
I was just weeping.
Yeah. And imagine now, like it was that same night, like when we landed in Italy. So like now the next day, I feel like when we picked you from the airport, we just talked and talked and talked for like hours.
We talked.
And did I like sleep in your house?
You did.
Yeah, it became a sleepover.
You were supposed to go home by your
yeah. And then the next day I had to, because I hadn't packed and I slept in her house. So I had to go and I had to pack quickly and come back because we're traveling, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like when we landed in Italy and we were finally in our Airbnb, it was maybe 2 a.m. when we were finally just like together. People had left, the people that picked us and everything. The boys were in their room, and finally we could just like be. And that was like, I feel like the first time we could talk, because even in the airplane we couldn't talk. The boys were right there.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So that 2 a.m. and I was feeling, oh, finally my friend is back. Let me just open up about everything that has been going through. She can just carry me through. And then she opens up and I'm like, wait, hold on. What do you mean? Because I was thinking that she's stronger than I am.
Oh my days.
You know? But then, do you know, that moment taught me that it's really God that is carrying the both of us.
Yes.
Because as I wanted to draw strength from you, this girl was also weak. I said, well, that we're both weak. You know? And it just showed me that I feel like, I don't know, but that time, God is so intentional. Like he knew why we passed through what we passed through so that we could be stronger and we could be better today. And that even our friendship could also be strong. And I don't think we stand because of ourselves. We stand because of God, because of the relationship we have with him. And because we involve him in things. And that's why we are also like good, you know?
Yeah, I think that was a lesson for me as well. Like it was because you think you're so strong.
That's the thing. Don't lie to yourself.
You're so strong. Yeah, and it was just.
But we were both just down. I feel like it was. Even that time, 2019, Italy, I was down.
Yeah,
I was down.
We were not there.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah.
But you see how God still like just carried us through, and you know he has been carrying us ever since. Even before that, we just didn't see his hand the way that we see it now. And definitely one thing that also helps our friendship is just me knowing that you have a relationship with Christ, and you are working on it. And the more you spend time with God, there is like the Bible verse that says, as we behold him, we are transformed into the same image, you know, like in a mirror, in a glass or something like that. I don't even know how to
That's exactly how it goes.
Thank you. Yeah, but actually the verse is tough, like in King James. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, as you behold, you are transformed into the same image. So I know that because you have a thriving relationship with Jesus, the more you spend time with him, the more you are transformed, like to that same image. You become more like him. You're more kind, more patient, more everything, you know. And same with me. And it's easier for me to then be a friend because I've spent time with God and I become more like him, you know. And all these like nasty characters and bad habits and things like that, they're dropping. And it's important, especially in friendship, you know. There's a lot that, you know, you can be manifesting different. No, but seriously, characters, like you can be bitter, you can be covetous, you can be like all these things, works of the flesh, you know. But just having a relationship with God, it helps us to be better, helps us to be more human.
I can always trust that when God talks to you, you will listen.
Because he will not leave me. He will speak to me, and
because you have the Spirit of God in you, the Spirit of God in you will always just, you know, tell you when you're doing something wrong. So I don't even have to like be complaining and be like, oh well, you did this to me and you did this to me. Like before we even get there, you will probably already just bring it up or apologize or whatever, you know. And that's just, it makes a relationship so much easier than other relationships. God, because it's, of course, the gospel is about God. The gospel is about God and what God has done and how he's offering you salvation and healing.
That's what he does.
And just everything. But trust me, there are so many advantages to accepting the gift of God. Trust me, like
the life
it affects everything in your life, your relationships, like all the things you've been struggling with suddenly become so easy. because you're allowing God to do the work in you.
Yeah.
Because most times all the issues that we go through has more to do with us than the other person. So like when you allow God to do work in you, it just makes your entire life easier. You know, apart from the eternal life that you get. But yeah. I don't even know where. I don't know where I was going, but
no. But a relationship with Christ is so important. He is the way, the truth, and life. If you want to live a good life, something that I can bank on with my entire life is Christ. Is Jesus. Like he has definitely changed our lives. Changed our friendships. Changed our approach to life. The way we encounter people. The way we speak to people. Even the way you make friends. Like other friends, new friends. It just changes everything about you. And without that like solid and firm foundation in your life, without Christ being that foundation, it is hard for you to live, to be healthy, to make healthy decisions, and everything in life. Because it's truly just the fact that God is keeping me, He's keeping you. So when we meet and when we are, doing this friendship, when we are committed to this, it's easier because someone is carrying us. It's not on me to carry the entire thing. It's not on you to carry the entire thing. There's someone that is carrying us. And that's why we get to have a like good, healthy friendship. And obviously there are people that are not Christians, that are not believers. Like the way you will know someone is a Christian is by their fruits. Let the fruits of our friendship speak for itself. Because we don't have to say, oh, it's because of Jesus, because of Jesus. It is because of Him. But when you look at the friendship, when you look at us, I feel like that speaks on its own. It speaks for itself, So sometimes, not everyone has the same faith like with you as you have. But when you see that there are signs, just know it's because of this thing, because of Jesus. And I think that's that. I think that speaks for itself. Yeah.
What are you excited for, like in terms of the future of this friendship?
The future of this. I can't wait to see everything that we will accomplish together and also individually. I can't wait to see how we're going to impact the people around us, even the world, because I know that eventually there is something that will just make us to impact like a larger number of audience. Even what we're doing now, a podcast, it reaches people, and it's really beautiful to see that. Obviously, I can't wait for your wifey and mommy era. Like, hello,
hallelujah.
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait for our kids to meet each other, to play with each other.
They're gonna be friends.
Obviously, they have to. Like, their parents are friends.
They're they're gonna be siblings.
Thank you. Technically,
that's your brother. That's your sister.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Exactly. I can't wait for like that era also, when we are parents, when we are married and we have like that's our home life, family life, and also the beauty of our friendship in that time, because I know that it will just grow deeper and stronger and everything. Like, you can't become a mom and just be normal. Like, something changes in you. You can't just become a wife and be normal. You like, something changes in you. You become like a new version of you, almost like unlocks, and I can't wait to see that, because there's so much more in us than what we know. Like, when you love a tiny human being, something opens up,
Oh, that's true.
So I can't wait to see that is what I'm excited for. And I'm just excited for these years to go by so we can laugh that, oh, it's been 20 years, it's been 30 years, it's been 40 years, 50. Then when we're like 75 or some, we're like, look at these little kids. And and it's just by God's grace, because I can't bank on me, I can't bank on you, because many things has happened that could have broken our friendship, could have made this friendship to be like nothing. But just the understanding that there's something more to it. It's not just about me, it's not just about you. I feel like, a lot of people say this, and I'm so humbled by it every time, but a lot of people say that there's just something special about our friendship, and they appreciate it. And I love it when people like get to enjoy our friendship, just by looking at us, just by, even listening to this podcast, and things like that. What about you?
girl, you said everything.
Yeah,
you
kinda.
said everything already. But I think I'm excited for this friendship to continue to be an example and inspiration for other people and for both younger girlies and older people and even men. You know,
it's important
because even men need deep friendships relationships and like they need a safe space as well. So I'm just excited to see all the fruits.
But I already feel like our boys, our friends, I feel like they have like kind of gotten like this our friendship culture. They have like stolen few things, and they are definitely applying it to their friendships, and you can see that it thrives as well. They will never give us credit, but it's fine. It's cool.
But
it's fine. We forgive you. But definitely, just the way that we spend time and the way that we talk and hang out and just have this culture of being around each other. I feel like that is so important. And the more you just spend time with someone, the more you are able to trust them. Because the more I know you, the more I just know, okay, Praise even thinks this way. You know, because you could ask me, very random, but you could ask me, would Praise like these flowers? Like I can just think, okay, she would think this way because I know you so much. So I just know that, okay, she would think this way. I would probably do it like this for her. But if I was her, she would choose this thing. She will appreciate both. But the way you think, the way I think, there are two different things.
That's
you know,
funny. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but the more you know someone, the more you can think like them in a certain situation or circumstance. But yeah, that's a lot said.
Yeah, it's a lot said. And I just I feel like my favorite thing about our friendship is just the positivity of it all. It truly is the positivity of it all. Like it's just good vibes only.
only good vibes.
Good vibes. Yeah. Of course, we have tough times.
Yeah,
but
we always rise.
It's just it's a choice.
It is. It definitely
is. It's a choice, and I love the fact that we keep choosing the positive. We just keep choosing it, and we just and like. Like some people say, we die here. No. Of course, we will not die here.
We'll die here in old age. Yeah, when we're 100,
we live here.
Yeah, we live here.
I love that. I love that. And I just I just pray that nothing would ever take that away from us, and nothing will, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
But it's just it's a sweet thing.
Yeah. What's funny is that some people at one point in time thought that our friendship is a phase. You know? But I feel like everyone around us right now knows that this ain't a phase.
It's not
that
a
is
phase.
for life.
Yeah.
It's for life. So that's just interesting because I do remember those times when people are like, oh, leave this girl. She's not even going to stay there for life. But she has stayed. I don't know where my other friends are at. But shout out to all of my friends. I love you guys. Yeah, give them shout out. Now give your friends a good shout out.
Yeah. No, I actually love you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like my actual friends.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Thank you. That's enough.
But I think that's actually another reason why I'm also so grateful for this friendship, because it's almost like this is the foundation for every other friendship.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
No, it really is. Like, and it doesn't make other people less of my friend.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Yeah, and I feel like us having this friendship also makes somehow me like making new friends easier.
Yeah.
Because I know that a friendship like this is possible.
Yeah.
So it's possible for you to have more people in your life that you can also build with. Obviously, it's never going to be the same, but it can still be very good.
Yes.
That I feel like I've learned also.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you've experienced someone genuinely love you for who you are, and not just a version of yourself, but like all of you, and they're there for you and they still love you, it makes it easy for you to believe that someone else can do the same, and someone else can see that same thing in you. So it really is true.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any final words? Anything else?
Final words. I would say, guys, please open your heart to friendships.
Please do. You can't do life on your own.
You can't do life on your own. And I think, like I said, the reason why we became friends and we stayed friends is because we were both just so open to it. Like we just talk, like we didn't make it more complicated than it had to be.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like question you. I didn't question your motives.
I was just there.
You were just there, and I was just there, and I was just open. If it had not worked out, oh well. So what?
Yeah.
But it did work out, and look at the beautiful thing that we made. So
yeah, we haven't even talked about the effects of our friendships.
Yeah,
that's
a whole other conversation. Yeah. But my point is, guys, just open your heart to friendships because you have no idea.
You have
the
no
amazing
idea
friendships that await you at the other side.
Thank you.
Just it takes one conversation. All it takes is one honest conversation. All it takes is just you introducing yourself to someone that you want to be friends with. That's all it can take.
Yeah.
Be open.
Yeah.
Stay open. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
And opening up is never a loss.
Never.
Even if you open up and you get rejected or you get hurt, it's never your loss. It's always
and you learn from it.
Yeah, you learn from it. It's always the other person's loss. It's not your loss. It doesn't take away anything from you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Be open to friendships, please, because a tree can't make a forest. You can't do life without people. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You can't do life without people. You need friends in life.
Yeah.
We have been created to be with other people. So please, please, please open your heart. And anyone believing for good friendships, godly friendships, keep on believing because they are out there. You can have it. It's possible. Life is really boring by yourself. There are so many benefits, like we can't even explain. So many benefits to having good friends. So please, please, and please be open, and I don't know, stay expectant. Be expectant. It's going to happen, and be social as well. Cause come on,
go out.
You need to be social.
Leave your house
a little bit. Yeah. But that's about it. And we ready to go live our lives, because like you can see, life is not this. There is a life outside of this podcast. Yeah. Okay, that's everything. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We are so grateful that we get to share these conversations with you guys.
Yeah.
So comments, leave a comment. I need a comment from you guys. What did you think? Your lessons from this episode, lessons from your own friendships and things like that. What has kept your friendships? And yeah, thank you so much. And we're going to see you next week.
Can I sing the song?
Go ahead.
No, but this is the end. It's not the beginning.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to allow your friend, to make them feel good. But go ahead. Sing anything you want. Let me just sing. Go ahead.
Welcome. You are welcome to In the Now podcast. Yeah.
And you have to support them in their,
Thanks.
In their this. All right, bye.
Bye.